All right, there she is, Gina Mazany. Look at the flowing hair, so beautiful. How you doing?
I'm so good. How are you guys?
Good. What color is that? I almost said red, but then at the last second I go, wait a minute, there's a hint of purple or something else.
So I switched it up. So it's like half dark purple. This is the pink side, and then I have a heart like dark purple. I don't know. I need something new for the 125 division. So this was my plan.
Yeah, there's fuchsia, there's pink, there's red, there's purple. It looks cool.
Everything.
Yeah. Now, what'd you say? There was a worm, or what kind of worm?
I'm outside right now, and I moved a planter to like prop my phone up, and there's a worm that came out of the planter. So saw the little.
We thought maybe you're doing some tequila shots or something to celebrate.
That was last night. I'm kidding. Oh man, I should. I will.
Congratulations on your win.
And feels good. It's been a while.
So many boxes were ticked in the sense that, for one, getting down to 125. We were noting earlier in the show that from what we heard, you only had to cut for 15 minutes and you were already on weight. And then being able to answer the bell every day through a James Krause camp, which we hear is intense, but doing all that and then fighting, on a main card, getting the finish. Like I say, you ticked a lot of boxes on Saturday.
Man, it was definitely there was a lot. There was a lot in my camp. Hands down, the hardest thing I've ever done. Cutting to 125, and it wasn't like, I just had to like do what they said, and I just like ate what they said. Like I didn't cheat at all. I didn't like take bites of things. I was just like very strict on myself because I'm like, I'm gonna make 125 and I'm gonna win this fight. James had me on a crazy schedule. Like some days I would have 4 to 5 sessions a day, which for anybody like doing 4 activities a day is a lot, but like 4 training sessions is a lot. But yeah, and then I was very, very, very happy about getting that finish. I felt it was coming, but I wasn't really expecting to get that one, the liver shot. But that's like definitely one of my favorites. So that was really cool.
The first time it all happened so quick that I thought maybe it was a low foul. Like I was like, "Ooh, what happened there?" I'm just kind of looking and glancing, and then boom, here comes the other one, and you really, really put her away. But then in watching it, perfectly delivered, to her right side of the body, toes digging in. Good job on that one.
I train that all the time too. Like I on pads on sparring and stuff, and it's just like something little like I'll flick out there. We call it like the ninja toe because you just go pink, and all that one was a little bit more like Sparta kick, like to her gut. But yeah, I definitely practiced to like put it right there in that sweet liver spot.
So let me tell you something, Gina. I gotta go to bat for you. We were just discussing that Davis and Figueiredo got an additional $50,000 days after they had already given the 4 bonuses away last week. So they basically gave away 5 bonuses. Look, Dana comes from the boxing world. He has an appreciation for a liver shot when delivered with the hand. But I thought what you did was a little bit more precise because you did it 2 times, which means it was something you worked on, you executed it, and you almost put her away, and then you went right back to it. Man, I'm telling you, I'm going to cause some noise on Twitter and not that I have that many followers, but get your retweet on or something. Let's see if we can get you a bag with 50 G's in it.
Yeah, it's so funny. We're leaving the venue. I was like, man, that'd be so cool to get a bonus. Like I felt like that was, I don't know. I felt like I performed really well. I went to a new weight class. I went to like a big name, and I felt like I dominated, and I felt like my performance itself was like pretty good. And then, that stoppage was amazing. But then I was also like, because sometimes like people will do something, they'll do something cool in their fight. They won't get a bonus, and then they'll like bitch about on the internet, like, I should have gotten a bonus, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, I'm just grateful to be here. But yeah, no, an extra 50 G's would just be like mean everything to me and my family. And like, I worked my butt off to perform for everyone and, do the best. But yeah, Uncle Dana, I mean, I'll shoot me a DM. I'll give you my address real quick. Let's go.
Exactly. Shoot him. You know what? Give him the wiring instructions. That way you can just wire it and it'll be there in seconds. But now that I think about it, I think I did catch some of the press conference, and he said he was impressed and he's going to be writing out some checks. So to be fair, maybe you are gonna get something in the mail just in time for Christmas.
Present. I would love that.
Yeah. No, listen. The fight versus Rachael Ostovich, I guess it's your splash into the new division. So we don't even need to ask you, because you definitely felt comfortable there in terms of, sometimes we see somebody and still ask them, how was it? Did your lifestyle change so much that you wouldn't take another fight? And from what I hear, you can do it, but you also can't be a late notice fill-in, right? Or am I wrong?
I'm really going to find out more like the end of the week. I just have to like not eat like a jerk and stuff and do all that. But I don't know. I was like so strict on myself, but I did it for over 10 weeks. So it's like a new lifestyle for me, So it's, I would like to be able to take short notice opportunities. Yeah, I felt amazing at 125. I just felt so strong, and I felt like I wasn't oversized. I felt like a monster in there. But yeah, I'm hoping I can like keep it low to where I can take a fight on like short notice. But I'm intending on like keeping the ball rolling. I'm gonna go to Fight Island with my fiance Tim when he fights in there in January, and like God forbid if a 125 girl falls out, like I'll be ready. So just kind of doing that. But yeah, it's tough, but you can never regret doing hard work. So I'm all for it.
When I heard that you were doing that, the first thing that came to my mind was, well, hey, she's here in Vegas. You got the Performance Institute. That's probably going to help a lot. But then, I found out that you had left. Can you talk a little bit about what were like some of the last conversations you had with the people at the PI before you made this decision? And was it a lot different doing a camp without some of the things that the PI has to offer?
Yeah. So I ran away to Kansas City, Missouri. I went out. So after my last fight, I really thought I was done with everything. And James Krause told Tim, he's like, just give me 2 months with Gina. Just give me 2 months. Like, let me have her. Let me, get her on a schedule. And I was like, oh, okay. And I did it. And I like literally did everything he said. And he wanted me to hire a nutritionist. He had me hire Tyler Mitten. So I didn't really use the PI that much anymore. But as for like, I really miss like having like the physical therapy and stuff. That was nice. But I don't know. It wasn't that much different. Like it's nice having the PI, but with all the COVID and stuff going on, like the PI is a little bit less accessible. Like you can't go in there as much and like get food and like therapy, like you have to like get tests and all this fun stuff. So it really wasn't that too much of a difference. I thought that living in Kansas City and having James Krause as my coach was way more of an advantage than anything for me personally. Everyone's different, but for me personally, having James Krause and the Glory team back in Lisa and Missouri was a lot more of a benefit for me than the PI.
All the fighters that we've ever spoken to that have done something similar to what you're doing, they all have had different answers for us in this question. What if I were to ask you, do you wish you would have done something like this sooner? Some fighters will say, yeah. And then some will say, well, some of those hiccups along the road are kind of, even though they didn't go my way, they taught me a lot of things. So I'm kind of glad that it all went the way it went. So I ask you, do you wish you would have done this sooner, or were there like valuable lessons along the way, the path that you chose?
My dad always says nothing bad's ever happened to me. Nothing. I mean, and that's, here, case by case scenario, of course. But in this case, like, yeah, no, everything that's happened to me throughout my career, it's led me to where I am today. So I can't regret or be down on myself for not making this decision earlier. I don't know. I think it was like perfect place, perfect time. Like obviously like having those couple losses on my record like suck, and like that's like a bummer, but at the same time it brought me to who I am today, and I feel like I've taken it all in a fight. I've gotten dropped by a body shot, I've been knocked out, I've been subbed, so like I marked all those boxes off, and now I'm just like ready to win. I'm ready to knock someone out. I'm ready to sub somebody. I'm ready to fill in all those boxes. But I think everything happens for a reason, and I think it led me to where I am today. And I think mental wise, like I'm best I've ever been. So if I wouldn't have had to go through all those hardships and crappy moments in the MMA life, which a lot of the MMA fighters know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't have appreciated as much and really took into account of what James Krause had me do and all that and all the work that I put in it. It all made it worth it. It's all worth it.
A question about having no fans. I have to imagine it's a different experience, but having James Krause now there and hearing his voice, something that you're not too used to hearing during a fight, does the fact that there's no fans and all that help you dial in even more to new situations like that?
So the first time when I fought Julia, when I fought with no fans, it was really weird. It was very, I was uncomfortable. This one, I just think I was a lot more prepared. I was a lot more mentally prepared because I was used to having James's voice and Tim's voice, and I was prepared to have her corner's voice, her dad, and her sister and stuff. So I was like prepared for all that. So every time I visualized or I thought about the fight, like I was ready for all that. But yeah, James's voice is very loud, and it was cool because it's the first time in a fight where he told me to. He's like, there's gonna be certain points in the fight where like maybe you take her down. He's like, I want you to stop and I want you to look at me and I want you to breathe and like calm down. And I've never like looked at a coach so much in my life in a fight. And I would like be on top of her and I look over and I'm there. I could lock eyes with him. He's like, calm down. So that was really cool. And yeah, having no fans, like it sucks. Like I love the fans. I think they're wild and they're crazy and I love that. But also no fans is cool because now I can, I have Krause and my man in the corner. So I love hearing them. And yeah, I mean, I didn't mind the no fans. At first I thought it was like really going to bother me this fight, but I was just mentally prepared for it so much. And I happened to really like it this one, probably because I won. I don't know.
Gina, forgive me, but what have been your walkout songs in the past?
Gosh, Johnny Cash. Gosh, what was it? I don't remember. Some Johnny Cash songs, I don't know. I kind of like coming out to like grungy things. I don't know why I'm blanking on what. Stranglehold was one of them.
I've got a suggestion for the new Gina at 125 when fans are back.
Yes.
This will appeal to old guys like me, and because look, it's young kids, but there's fight fans are older as well. Go watch Top Gun, and there's a perfect song for you. It has an awesome opening, and it goes with your nickname.
That would be great. I have thought about that one for sure. It's weird, like when I usually don't, when people are like, what are you going to walk out to? I don't know until I hear it. And one time Tim and I were in the car and the walkout song I came to, Black Betty by the Spider-Bait version. And I was like, oh, this got me pumped. And I had like goosebumps all over. I was like, this is the one. I'm coming out to this. So it's really, when I pick out fight songs, it's like really random. It's just like,
all right.
My body chooses it for me. But no, I do like that one. I've definitely thought about that one. That one would be if they ever come back.
Goes, you know what I'm talking about, by the way?
Yeah, the opening.
It's like zone.
Yeah. But that first, I think it's Kenny Loggins or someone saw that, but the song's banging. All right, here's a couple more quick ones.
Let's go.
I could hide behind, people will say that your cardio. I'm just going to tell you, I thought for a second the cardio might be an issue because it seemed like there was some heavy breathing. That's a perfect segue with what you were saying. But the cardio never ended. You still kept coming at her. So do you think some of that was just adrenaline or it definitely wasn't gassing because you still had more energy at the end and you fought till the very end? So I was a little bit confused because you didn't slow down, but I did see some heavy breathing. Like
I am so glad you're bringing this up because I have had a lot of people be like, oh God, she's so tired. And like, listen to the comments like, oh, she's slowing down the second round. Like, we're in a fist fight. Like, you're going to get tired. Unfortunately, like, I'm the kind of person that, like, when I get tired, I kind of show it. But like you said, like, I didn't stop. Like, I felt like my rounds got better and better. I've watched my fight like 4 or 5 times already. But like, I felt like I got better and better each round. But yeah, I was really damn tired. But that's why, like, you have that minute to sit there and be tired and then like, get your shit together. Maybe it was like a little bit of adrenaline, but I don't know. I feel like I did a lot of things that I wanted to do. And I don't think my cardio hurt me at all. Like, I feel like cardio can always be better. I think I could be, I could be more efficient. I could have been way more efficient. In the second round, when I kept lifting her and stuff, I don't know why I wanted to do that. I think I was like, I just want to be a bear and just like, I just like to do that. I don't know. but yeah, I could definitely be more efficient. But no, my cardio felt great in there in the sense. But I just get tired. But I can fight tired. I'm great at fighting tired. Obviously, I'm just joking.
All right, last question. In looking at your resume, when you did dip out of the UFC before coming back, there was one fight you took at 155, King of the Cage. I wanted to ask you, at any point in time, did you ever consider PFL when they had the lightweight thing going on? Like, if the UFC hadn't called you back, was that on your radar? Why did you do lightweight? That's literally 30 pounds more than what you did Saturday.
So, it's fun. Yeah, I talked to Ray Sefo quite a bit about that, and he talked to me that he would give me an opportunity to. But the thing is, I was walking around so small, like I was walking around 150 pounds, and I was like eating a lot, like trying to gain weight, and I just like couldn't. I was having a hard time gaining weight, first time in my life, mind you, having a hard time.
Oop. I think we might have lost.
Tim keeps calling me. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Hello?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
We just can't see you because the call kind of interrupted it.
Sorry.
No worries.
Stupid Tim Elliott. What a jerk, huh?
Stupid Tim, man. Yeah. Can you hear us, Gina?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead and you can give us the answer via audio. We'll just listen to.
What the question was.
You talking about PFL?
Oh man, yeah. So, but yeah, I was walking around so little for that fight, for during that time. Like I literally had ice cream the night before I fought that one at the 155. I just felt like being smaller was, or being, that would just be too big. I'm just too little right now. But that was definitely a thought, though. I mean, at that point, I would take any fight. I just want to get back in there.
Well, it all worked out. Great win on Saturday. Thank you so much for hopping on with us here. Tell Tim thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
But no, seriously, enjoy it, and can't wait for your next fight. Thanks again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.